Good morning, Collierville Schools. Mr. Mario Hogue here with the Communications Department. I am continuing my roadshow throughout the entire week, visiting schools and speaking with Board of Education members, town aldermen, and then principals and Superintendent Dr. Lilly next tomorrow, actually. Really just speaking to the wonderful things our teachers and our staff are doing across our school district, especially during Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week. So standing behind me, I have Principal Dr. Dorjet Cleaves, and I have Board Member Mr. Frank Warren. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, sorry, guys. So we're here at Schilling Farms, a beautiful campus. Talk to me, Dr. Cleaves, first of all, kind of the history behind Schilling Farms, because you've really been here pretty much from the beginning phases and the transition. So kind of talk to me about where Schilling Farms started and where we're at.
Okay. Well, Schilling Farms, we were originally, this building was a middle school and had been in middle school for about 15 to 18 years before the town decided that we needed an additional elementary school. So when that came up, I actually had the opportunity, because I was an assistant principal here at the middle school at the time, and I had an opportunity to walk around with the then superintendent, Mr. A, and Mr. Simpson, to walk around and look at the campus and talk about retrofitting it for it to become an elementary school facility. Then I was blessed to be hired as an elementary school principal for the 6th elementary school in Collierville. And then all of the transformation happened over that summer to turn this into an elementary school. So we talk about adding color into the campus. Playgrounds were installed. They took care of our gym floor and took some lockers out of the hallways. So it is really now a great place for children to start their elementary education. And it's just it speaks to the testament of the legacy of Collierville schools.
Absolutely. Talk to me real quick, obviously Teacher Staff Appreciation Week. What makes Schilling Farm teachers so special, so unique here at this school?
Oh my goodness, their flexibility, the way they can adapt. Our school is extremely diverse, so our faculty is very, very proud of embracing all of the different cultures and nationalities and religions that are represented here at Schilling Farms Elementary, and they do a wonderful job with our children, with our parents, and it's just a great place. You can feel it when you walk in the door and you're greeted by this beautiful mural that represents all of the students that we represent here and the faculty members. So our teachers are just phenomenal. They've been extremely flexible during this school year, this worldwide pandemic, and we have over the half of the faculty that's here that had to transition to virtual teaching, while the other half stayed and did in-person teaching with our smaller population. But we have done school, and the kids have enjoyed it, have learned so much, and the parents are so grateful. It is just a great place to be.
Thank you for sharing those highlights. Mr. Warren, I think your situation is really unique because you wear multiple hats in this school district. So personal hat, you're a parent that has several children within the school system. You're a constituent. You live in the town of Collierville, but then you're also a board member. So talk to me about your impact and just the successes you have had working with teachers, working with admin, and what really makes Collierville so special, because you're also a realtor. So you're dealing with families that are transplants coming here. Why are people seeking the town of Collierville?
Well, first off, Mario, I'd like to say thank you for your efforts this week in terms of allowing the board and our principals to come out and express their gratitude towards our teachers and the rest of the staff that have made this year work. And I know this was a very difficult year for many people. I'm excited to be here at Schilling Farms Elementary for a couple of reasons. As you mentioned, we have this beautiful mural right here. This is one of my favorite settings in all the Collierville school system. And then secondly, I get to stand next to one of my favorite people in our Collierville school district, Dr. Cleaves, who's done an amazing job. Hello, how are you doing? How are you doing? Who's done an amazing job leading this school over the last, 3 years as we've transitioned to a elementary school here. To answer your question, yes, I have 3 sons in the Collierville School District. They're currently at the high school, but they used to come here when it was a middle school, so I am very familiar with Schilling Farms, and it's a wonderful school. And this has been just an amazing year, and I've been very impressed to see the professionalism our staff, especially our teachers, have shown. Ideally, we would have gone into this year with a clear understanding of what was in front of us, but unfortunately, we had to make a lot of changes. We had to pivot. We had plans in place, and we had to adjust based on the circumstances. And unfortunately, a lot of the pressure those changes created fell on our teachers, and they had to adjust with that. Um, I've seen some amazing work our teachers have put in this year with a can-do attitude of just rolling up their sleeves and doing whatever they needed to help our students succeed. And I'm so grateful and appreciative of all your efforts. The teachers, as well as the rest of our staff, our custodians, bus drivers, our counselors, our administrators, they've all done an amazing job this year. And so thank you so much.
Absolutely. You know, it really does take a village. You know, we hear that that terminology used a lot, but you really don't understand it until you are faced with a pandemic or a situation that forces us to collaborate, forces us to reimagine processes that we've had in place for decades. But I think with the collaboration and the commitment to excellence, there have been so many successes that we have to champion today, but even in the future. Because I think there's some pieces that we have learned through this school year that are going to carry on, and they're not just a reaction to COVID, which I think is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, speaking on that, I'm very excited. I think we announced either Monday or Tuesday that our application to create a 10th school in the Collierville system was approved by the state Department of Education.
Right.
And so we will have a virtual academy, grades 3 through 12, starting in August. And we're very excited about that. I like the idea, to build on what you just said, that we're going to take the lessons we learned from this current academic year, the struggles we've gone through, what worked, what didn't, and we're going to be able to build on that. So we're going to be able to offer the best form of education for our students based on their needs.
And I think those decisions just go back to what makes Collierville schools so unique. You know, we preach innovation, challenging the status quo, and you know, it was super exciting to announce that yesterday because it's my understanding we are the first school district in Shelby County to actually come out of the gate with a stamp of approval to offer a standalone virtual academy. And so I think it just aligns with what our principals are doing, what our board is expecting the school district to do, but also aligning with what our families are asking of us to continue to make very student-centered decisions. So, you know, Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, Dr. Cleaves, talk to me about some of the activities that are going on in your school building.
Well, we have a phenomenal PTA, and our PTA has been so supportive throughout this school year. So the things that they have planned for this week, they bought us lunch on Monday from Sticks. We had buntlets yesterday from Nothing But Cakes. Today, I believe we're going to get some special teas. And then on Thursday, they have something else special planned for us. And on Friday, it's just a time for us to just enjoy the special things that parents might do for us, for the individual teachers. So they've added that up for by homerooms and paired our specialist teachers with that. And plus, tomorrow morning during our faculty meeting, our PTA is going to serve us breakfast. So they've just treated us so well. I got flowers on Monday. It's just been so beautiful how they have inspired and really shown their love and care and concern and admiration for the teachers here at Schilling Farms Elementary. And we're just so grateful to have the support, because it does take all of us. And we want our school to very much be a place for every child, and that also to reflect our greater school system, Collierville schools.
Do you want to say something, Mr.
I would. I'd like to also express my appreciation for the Schilling Farms PTA, as well as all the PTAs throughout our 9 schools right now. I have this theory that we could probably tell the health of a school by the level of activity of the PTA. How many parents are involved, how many of them are attending meetings, and we can tell by the level of love that they're showing for Schilling Farms that this is a great school and a very healthy school.
I always say, if you need something done, task the PTA, because they will run with it and they will soar to new heights. And when I started here, I started joining the PTA meetings, and we were conducting them virtually, and I was so taken back by seeing, participation in the 60s, 70s. I think one of your PTAs had maybe almost 100 parents involved on a Zoom meeting. I think it just goes back to the connection that Schilling Farms has with not only its staff, but its parents. And, you know, I continue to do these roadshow live interviews, and it continues to remind me that what we're doing in the school building, really, you know, we have brick and mortar, but it goes beyond this setting. I mean, I walk in the community. I was in the town square this weekend, and business owners and parents are stopping me saying, we love Collierville schools, we love our teachers, we love our principals, we love our board members. And it just goes back to what we're doing in the classroom has such a large reach, and I commend all of our schools from the admin to teachers to custodial staff. It really takes an entire village to keep things moving in the right direction. So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Oh, yep.
One more thing I wanted to talk about. I did put out a call to our central office staff and to our wonderful board members. So after this interview here, Mr. Warren is going to go read to a couple of classrooms. So we have had all of our board members to come, and our superintendent, our assistant superintendent. And then on Friday, we are going to have our Dragon Games, which is like a field day for our students with special needs. And we're going to have field day type activities for our general ed population, and our PTA is also sponsoring goodies for that occasion as well. So we've just got so many wonderful things going on here. You know, things have kind of loosened up a little bit, so we can have a little bit of fun. So we are just so excited that school is looking a little bit like it did last year.
It's nice to see those elements of kind of that grassroots to education, field day, Dragon Games. It's really refreshing, almost restorative, because it seems like we are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, I don't want to keep you guys very much longer. Mr. Warren, do you want to conclude us?
Sure thing. Once again, thank you to our teachers. I wish I could share some magnificent thing with you to express how grateful I am for all that you've done this year. I've seen the struggles you've gone through, the initial disruptions of a virtual and a hybrid, and having to adjust to the technology and the difficulties that came with that, the uncertainty that we've gone through. I think if anything, we've realized that teaching is a very noble profession. It's so essential, and I'm just very grateful for all the efforts that you've put in to help us get through this year and to do our best to help our students be in the best position going forward.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Cleaves, Mr. Frank Warren, thank you for allowing me to come in here and just share our recognition to our staff and our teachers during this special week. So, Facebook Live, thank you for being with us. You guys have a great day.